Welcome to the Hopkins Experience. My name is Hopkins Malova, and if you are a new subscriber, welcome. And my returning subscriber, thank you so much. And on this video, we're going to deal with something very serious. As if you've been watching or following Kenyan news, you've definitely heard of Kimani Mbugua.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Broken News, and my name is Kimani Mbogo. As always, I am in Arusha, Tanzania, at the East Africa Community Headquarters, and I'm going to be having a lot of Broken News questions for people here. There are delegates, there are diplomats, young people, like there's a young people conference going on here, and I'm going to be asking them questions about Kenya. These people who we know and adore in Kenya, how well have we done to market them to our fellow East Africans? Let's see if they know them. Let's hit the streets of this place and see.
Kimani Mbugua committed suicide, ended his life when he was in a rehabilitation center in Mombasa. And it got me thinking about mental health a lot. And not just mental health, but mental health in regards to men. Matters of mental health among the men is really a big problem, and is not even a ticking time bomb. Is already exploding slowly, but it's already a problem. And before we can go deep into this video, I have a suicide note here. This suicide note was written by somebody who already committed suicide and left back a note. He's a Kenyan, and he left this suicide note on Twitter. So I'll share the screenshot, the screenshot here, and I'll also read. So I'll start. So it starts like this. Also, last time I did this, it was kind of long. Some people even pointed it out. So I will take it brief this time. I'll make it brief this time. I'm dead. Dead as hell. And I don't mean metamorphically, or rhetorically, or poetically, or theoretically, or any fancy way. I'm dead straight up. Sorry, I couldn't resist. If you are seeing this, I've been dead for hours. So, don't try to contact me. If I were alive, this post wouldn't be up. I officially cancelled my lease on existing. Landlord was merciless. Anyway, I've slid the contract I never agreed to sign. I've slid the contract I never agreed to sign in the first place. I've finally stopped feeding the body that was feeding on me. Okay, enough of death metaphors. Anyway, I hope my exit reminds you not of endings, but of importance, of beginnings. Let me take that again. Anyway, I hope my exit reminds you of endings, but not of importance of beginning. Start something, anything, even if it's stupid, especially if it's stupid. The world is collapsing under its own cruelty. People destroy, exploit, kill, and still call it progress. I could ask you to be better, but I know this plea will vanish like every other. He continues. I've seen enough to know mercy is rare, and empathy is treated like weakness. The innocent suffer while the powerful thrive, and the balance has never changed. I don't expect it will. All I can do is live with the faint wish that the good in humanity, what little remains, might outlast the rot. But even as I write this, I know it is fragile lie. the world does not get better. It only learns new ways to hurt. Still, I want to die hoping. I can only hope for the world I leave behind. This world is cruel. Even my soul aches for the innocent who suffer, for the voices silenced, for the lives discarded as if they meant nothing. I hope things change. I hope empathy outgrows the indifferences, that kindness finds a way to multiply. And if nothing else, I'll go believing in the possibility that the good were capable of I'll go believing in the possibility that the good we are capable of might one day outweigh the darkness. Though that's easy for me to say. I'm the one living after all. Goodbye, dear friends, strangers, not so strangers. Be kinder than you need to be. Laugh louder than feels appropriate. And remember, you are somehow miraculously enough. Sorry for everything. So, I've had this suicide note in my phone for quite some time. It's not mine. It's not mine. I got it on Twitter as I was going through it, and it was a heartbreaking. If you read it, it's a beautiful piece written very well thought out piece, but it opens a Pandora box on so many things, because the person who's this suicide note belongs to is a man, and if we come back to Kimani Mbugwa's story, is also a man, and fairly a young man. These are young men, basically in their 20s, same age as me, who decided to end their life. I don't want to blame them. I don't want to blame Kimani Mbugwa. I don't want to blame anyone for the unfortunate things that have happened that made them to lose their life, made them to see it's not worth to continue living in this world. And if you look at statistics, there are so many young men who are committing suicide, and the number of successful suicides are less than those who have suicidal thoughts, those who are having mental illness issues in society. And I think we've gotten to a place that we don't know what to do with men mental illness. We don't know. We have given up in trying to handle this issue. It is a very devastating issue, especially when I see, and nobody's immune to it. That's the sad part. Not me, not you who is watching. But if you go look keenly, if we take Kimani Mbugwa case, for example, he had his life moving on very well, being a successful presenter, TV presenter at a very young age. At a very young age, but around 26, his life was taking shape. He was ahead of so many of us. But we woke up one day and we saw him very deteriorated. He could not, is not himself that eloquent young man. He's no longer there in that body, and that body is just a waste of himself. And there's so many people who have come to his rescue, including Obina, including Sonko, and so many Kenyans who stood by him to recover. But sadly, he lost the battle. Life still beat him down. And it opens so many questions on our mental health as men. After that, the news that Kimani Mbugwa had hanged himself, I also talked to my partner and told him that men are suffering. Men are going through a lot, especially the young men young men in their 30s, 20s are going through a lot. And when I was explaining it to my partner, her reactions were similar reactions that we get out there. That's why I'm making this video. We don't know how they tell men talk about it, but there are no solutions to it. Solutions to men problems is not talking. It's not talking. We can talk if we want to talk, but talking for us does not help, because if we talk, it invites ridicule. Yeah. The words we speak out, we are alive to that fact that when we speak out, the words we say, the feelings we express about ourselves, they end up being used against us, and on which to a man, it's a problem. I come open up to you, then the next the next even a week after that, the story is somewhere twisted, even not even the actual story. He said this, I hear this, he's troubled like this, he's struggling with this, the story is already out. And one of the things that men love to keep is their secrets. They love to put their reputation, they don't want the reputation to be put on the line. So if you open up, it's different for women, because for women, they open up their story, go share out there, the story goes out there, they gossip, do something, and it ends. But for men, we're not used to gossiping. We're not used to just telling stories without concrete solutions, not sharing our problems and there's no concrete solution. And we also want to be the ones who are solving our own problems. Yeah, we want to be the ones who provide solutions to a problem, not somebody else coming in to save us. Because also, saving a man seems like, to us, it's a feeling that we cannot even overcome. Saving a man seems like a weakness. Being saved, it looks like a weakness, and you'll forever be reminded that you are saved. And when you get reminded, that's when you ask yourself, why could I not save myself? Why did I let people come in? Why could I not find the solutions to my problems myself? Men as problem solvers, we are not empowered enough. I'll say that strongly, that we are not empowered enough emotionally, financially, spiritually to provide solutions or to deal with losses, and find out the best solutions to our problems. We are not well equipped. And the biggest solution, what we always think, apart from talking, apart from sharing a problem with someone, is the economic power. Because most of the problems that we are facing as men, Kenyan men for that matter, is the dwindling economic power. We don't have money. We don't have the economic power to solve most of our problems. You might say money cannot solve all problems. I've never seen a very unhappy man with money. Yeah, most people who are going down right now, economically they are not well, financially they are not well. Yeah, they get to a place where you can't ask for financial help even if you are falling down. And it calls for the Kenyan society to look deeply into men issues, to start finding a footing. I don't know if we can move away from our ability to solve problems, or our urge solve problems, our urge to attract females, because with the economic power, you even as for mental health, for you to feel like a man, you have to have that aura, that energy to attract females, that energy to bring something to the table. So when it comes to a place where you don't have that power, there is a problem. And as we say, comparison is the thief of joy. We tend to compare ourselves to our female counterparts, and we compare ourselves to our peers a lot. No matter what you say, don't compare yourself to people. It is natural for me to know you are doing better than me, though you are not as good as I am. And no matter what the efforts I make in life to try to catch up, my mental health gets down. So as we compare, as we have these ambitions, as we have this script that is in our head that we are trying to follow, anything that diverts us from that path, end up messing our head as men. Yeah. And also, the biggest problem is the young men. As men being part of them, we've been sold this very big, magnificent dream of us being big, of us solving community problems, of us doing great things. But in the end, we get the rude shock that we are absolutely nothing. We are absolutely, in your head you look big. In your head you have this whole idea of how you look into people, but you don't get the same energy from these people. So you end up beating yourself up too much that you don't see it worth living. And also the normal day-to-day issues, the normal issues to do with bills, the normal issues to do with illnesses, family illnesses, the normal issues to do with trauma, they come in as triggers to these suicidal things, suicidal tendencies among the men. I'm just talking about men because this is a problem specifically for men. I don't know what we're going to do. I don't know. I've tried to find it. I don't know. But things are going badly for us. Wherever you are, just pray for us. Wherever you are. It's scary because if somebody like Kimani Mbogo with his achievements, he can go down and decide to hang himself. What about us who are still struggling with the ropes? Will we do the unfortunate? Will we find it not worthy to wake up the next day? We don't know, because he's a person who looked way to get his life is together. He has his father who loves him, his mother, his siblings, his friends. He has worked very well. He's brilliant. He has everything that everything that you could admire. But at the end of it all, you end up not wishing to live. Yeah. So it begs the question for us who have our own challenges. No, everybody has challenges. We don't know. I don't know. Maybe you have an idea on what we can do. Maybe you work with these mental health groups and organizations. Maybe there's a solution to it, but for now, if you ask me, I can't find one. Somebody like Kimani Mbogo, I don't know how he could be saved. I don't know, because even rehab, and he went in that place where he was going to seek for help, in the same place where he lost his life. It's the same place where he felt it's okay to hang himself. So October is a mental health month, and I have to admit that we are not, as men, we are not well. We are not okay at all. There is a huge problem that needs to be handled. I don't know where it will start. Maybe from the family side, maybe from the friend side, maybe from within us, maybe from the government. I don't know. It's something I'm still trying to wrap my head around. And these cases keep coming up. They keep piling. They never seem to be an end to it. Yeah. Is it a personal problem and we are making it a social issue? Or that these suicide cases show us that there's something bigger and sinister that is happening behind the curtains? I don't know. I feel defeated with these things. If you look at Kenyan prisons, the highest number are men. If you go out here, see those who are on the streets, the highest number are men. If there's a problem, you have to admit there's a problem, and we need to find a solution to that. We are losing men. We are losing men, young, brilliant men. Look at that suicide note. The person who wrote it is somebody with a very good head. Look at Kimani Mbogo, somebody with a very good head. Yeah. So, what do you think? It is sad. Very sad.